Gold. It's the metal of kings, the stuff of legends, and the symbol of power and wealth. For as long as humans have walked the earth, we've been captivated by its allure, its beauty, and its rarity. And nowhere is the story of gold more deeply intertwined with human history than in Africa. Archaeological evidence points to gold mining on the continent stretching back over 5,000 years. That's older than the pyramids. Imagine that. Imagine the ancient Egyptians, adorned in gold, their tombs filled with treasures, glittering in the darkness. Gold wasn't just a symbol of wealth. It held spiritual significance, representing the eternal brilliance of the sun, a divine connection. Trade routes flourished, carrying African gold across continents, shaping the destinies of empires and civilizations. From the bustling marketplaces of Timbuktu to the pharaoh's tombs along the Nile, gold's influence was undeniable. These early mining operations were more than just holes in the ground. They were feats of engineering and human ingenuity, showcasing the brilliance of early civilizations. They tell a story of innovation, resourcefulness, and the enduring quest for this precious metal, a quest that has spanned millennia. It's a story that continues to unfold today, reminding us of the deep connection between humanity and the Earth's treasures, a bond that remains unbroken. Fast forward a few millennia, and West Africa emerges as a major player in the global gold market, a region rich in history and resources. By the 15th century, this region was practically synonymous with gold, its wealth attracting attention from far and wide. The Sahara Desert, once a formidable barrier, transformed into a highway of commerce, facilitating the movement of goods and ideas. Camels laden with gold traversed its sands, connecting West Africa to the wider world, creating a network of trade routes that spanned continents. European explorers, hearing tales of West Africa's riches, set their sights on these shores, driven by the promise of untold wealth. The Portuguese, in their quest for gold and spices, established trading posts along the coast, laying the groundwork for future European involvement. They called it the Gold Coast, a name that reflects the region's abundant wealth and its pivotal role in global trade. This marked the beginning of a complex relationship between Europe and Africa, fueled by the allure of gold and the promise of prosperity. However, the story of West African gold is not just about trade and exploration. It's also about the people who mined and crafted this precious metal. It's about the rise of powerful empires built on the foundations of gold, empires that left an indelible mark on history. It's about cultural exchange, artistic expression, and the enduring legacy of a golden age that continues to inspire. And at the heart of it all lies the story of one emperor and his legendary wealth, a tale that has captivated generations. Enter Mansa Musa, the 14th century ruler of the Mali Empire. This wasn't just any emperor, this was the Jeff Bezos of his time. His wealth, derived largely from gold, was legendary, even reaching the ears of stunned Europeans. Stories circulated of his extravagant pilgrimages to Mecca, where his entourage, laden with gold, reportedly caused economic ripples wherever they went. Imagine a procession stretching for miles, with soldiers, slaves, camels, and enough gold to make Scrooge McDuck blush. Mansa Musa's reign marked the pinnacle of the Mali Empire's power and influence. He invested heavily in education, architecture, and the arts, transforming Timbuktu into a renowned center of learning. But Mansa Musa's story is also a cautionary tale. It reminds us that even the most dazzling wealth can be fleeting, and true legacies are built on more than just gold. Yet, his story continues to capture the imagination, a testament to the enduring allure of gold and the power it holds. Now, let's fast forward to the present. Africa's golden story isn't stuck in the past. Today, the continent produces a whopping 20% of the world's gold. That's a lot of bling. From the depths of South African mines to the bustling marketplaces of Ghana, gold continues to shape lives and economies across the continent. But this modern gold rush is a complex tale. It's a story of economic opportunity, providing jobs and revenue for nations. It's also a story of environmental challenges, social responsibility, and the quest for sustainable practices. This ain't your grandpappy's gold rush, folks. In a world hungry for resources, Africa's gold mines are a focal point. The stakes are high, the challenges are real, and the future remains unwritten. But one thing is certain, Africa's golden story is far from over. Section 5. South Africa's Golden Crown. Let's talk about the heavyweights. South Africa, once the world's undisputed gold champion, still packs a punch. In 2020 alone, they pulled a cool 90 tons of gold from the earth. Talk about striking it rich. These mines are like underground cities, with kilometers of tunnels stretching deep into the earth's crust. But it's not just about the quantity. South Africa is known for the quality of its gold. We're talking high-grade 24-karat goodness, the kind of stuff that makes rappers drool. Gold mining is a major employer in South Africa, providing livelihoods for thousands of families. It's a source of national pride and a reminder of the country's rich mineral heritage. However, South Africa's gold industry faces its share of challenges. Aging infrastructure, labor unrest, and the ever-present dangers of deep-level mining are just a few of the hurdles. But the South African spirit is as resilient as the rock they mine from. They've weathered storms before, and they'll do it again. Section 6. Ghana, a modern gold coast. Next up, we're heading to West Africa, where Ghana is making its mark as a gold powerhouse. Remember the Gold Coast? Well, they're living up to the name. In recent years, Ghana has surpassed South Africa in gold production, pulling in over 140 tons in 2020. That's right, they're coming for the crown. Ghana's gold mining scene is a mix of large-scale operations and artisanal, small-scale mining. It's a source of both economic opportunity and controversy. While large mines provide significant revenue, they also raise concerns about environmental impact and land rights. Meanwhile, artisanal mining, while providing livelihoods for many, often lacks regulation and can be dangerous. Ghana's story is a reminder that behind every glittering gold bar, there are human stories. Stories of hard work, sacrifice, and the pursuit of a better life. It's a story that deserves to be told and heard. Section 7. Sudan's emerging sparkle. Hold on to your hard hats, because we're heading to a country often overlooked in the gold conversation. Sudan. This North African nation is quietly becoming a significant player in the gold game. With vast, untapped reserves, Sudan has the potential to become a major gold producer in the coming years. Sudan's gold rush is still in its early stages, but it's already having a tangible impact on the nation's economy. Gold exports are providing much-needed revenue, and the industry is creating jobs in a country grappling with economic challenges. However, it's not all sunshine and gold bars. Sudan's gold sector is still developing, and there are concerns about transparency, regulation, and ensuring that the benefits of gold mining reach ordinary citizens. It's a delicate balancing act, but one that Sudan is determined to get right. Keep an eye on this emerging gold player. Section 8. The human cost of gold. Now, before we all get blinded by the glitter, let's take a step back and talk about the human side of gold mining. Because behind every shiny gold necklace and smartphone component, there's a human cost. Mining, especially in developing countries, can be tough, dangerous work. We're talking long hours, backbreaking labor, and the ever-present risk of accidents. And that's not even getting into the environmental impact. Mining can leave scars on the landscape, pollute water sources, and displace communities. It's a complicated issue, and there are no easy answers. But here's the thing. We can't just turn a blind eye to the human cost of our desire for gold. We need to demand better working conditions, stricter environmental regulations, and fair compensation for those whose lives are impacted by mining. Section 9. Beyond the glitter, sustainability and the future. So, what does the future hold for African gold mining? Well, that's the million-dollar question, isn't it? The world is changing. Consumers are becoming more aware of the ethical and environmental impact of their purchases, and that includes gold. The good news is that there are signs of progress. Mining companies are investing in more sustainable practices, from reducing their carbon footprint to supporting local communities. Governments are strengthening regulations and cracking down on illegal mining, and consumers are demanding transparency and ethical sourcing. It's a long road ahead, but the journey towards a more sustainable and equitable gold industry is underway. Section 10. A golden legacy, forged in earth and time. As we wrap up our journey through the world of African gold mining, one thing is clear. This is a story that's far from over. The rich history and ongoing developments in this sector continue to unfold, revealing new chapters with each passing year. From the ancient civilizations who first unearthed its brilliance to the modern nations building their economies on its back, gold continues to shape the African continent. The legacy of gold is deeply intertwined with the cultural and economic fabric of Africa. It's a story of immense wealth and crushing poverty, of technological advancement and environmental challenges, of human resilience and the enduring allure of a precious metal. The duality of prosperity and hardship is ever present in the gold mining industry. It's a story that reminds us of our connection to the earth, the power and responsibility that come with extracting its resources, and the importance of striving for a more sustainable and equitable future. The balance between economic gain and environmental stewardship is crucial. So the next time you see a glimmer of gold, take a moment to think about the journey it took to get there. Consider the countless hands that have touched it, the landscapes that have been altered, and the history that has been made. Remember the miners who toiled to bring it to the surface, the communities impacted by its extraction, and the legacy we're creating for generations to come. Their stories are etched in every piece of gold. Because the story of African gold is ultimately a reflection of ourselves and the choices we make. It is a testament to our ingenuity, our struggles, and our aspirations for a better future.